It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Tony Pollard. He's coming off one of the...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Fighting through it, he's got space. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Lions.
Throwing. Hooker. That's into a crowd and intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
At the 17-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Phillips. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Cowboys at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
To throw is Phillips on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. 7-7, our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his, and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make the play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. On 3rd down, Phillips. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions first down.
Another run for Gibbs here. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the gun, it's Hooker. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down as close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action maybe.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Phillips. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Fights off the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, Hooker. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Hooker. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Phillips, throwing to start the drive. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Phillips on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Off play action. Phillips. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Back to throw again. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. 2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Phillips now throwing on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Phillips to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
It's 2nd and inches.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 45 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. There's the stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
A gain of 14. And the Lions first down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch in between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Hooker. Mike Williams, and in for the Lions, touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Now Bolden on the return, taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd down, Pollard again. He breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Phillips. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Phillips. Hard throw. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down. Hooker looks to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Montgomery running right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw, Hooker. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing, Hooker. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely That was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Phillips. Swinging this out for Pollard. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To throw is Phillips. Looking to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to look deep for more, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 30.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Hooker's going to throw it. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the Lions first down.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now the Cowboys down by 13, a little over 20 seconds to go. Here's Phillips throwing to start the drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Phillips. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege.